Natural selection is the idea that the best suited individuals in an environment survive longer and reproduce more times. In order for natural selection to take place, certain things need to be true about a population. First of all, there must be variations amongst the individuals in the population. If everyone is exactly the same, then survival and who gets to reproduce would just be random. Furthermore, for natural selection to occur, there must be competition. It is the competition for resources that determines which organisms are best fit. What drives competition amongst individuals in a population? Well, there are two reasons for competition. One, the amount of resources available, and two, the population size. In nature, resources are finite. Finite means limited. There's a limited amount of water, shelter, food, mates, and territory. And these are only some of the resources that individuals compete for. Let's take a look at how the amount of available resources and the size of the population affect the level of competition that an individual faces. What happens to competition when there is an abundance of resources in an environment? Well, if there are plenty of resources, then competition is low. In fact, some individuals may even be able to avoid competition with others. But what happens if population size increases? Well, when population increases, we have more competitors for the available resources. What happens if the resources decrease? Well, then we have more competition for what's available. And what happens if resources are even more scarce? Well, in this case, competition is fierce, and there may not be enough resources for everyone. In this case, species who lose the competition for resources die. This is called survival of the fittest. When resources are scarce and populations are large, competition is fierce and only the best fit individuals survive. The longer an individual survives, the more opportunities they have to pass on their genes. Because resources are limited, this happens over and over again. Competition is one of the most important driving forces of natural selection.